What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today we've got a knife from Ketuo we're going to be checking out here together. As usual, this knife is going to be linked down below, just like every other knife you'll see in this video. We got a wiping cloth right here. We got a certificate of authenticity as well. Check that out, guys. We're going to be looking at the Mini Griffin. It is a David Jin design, M390, B blasting, all the good stuff right here. If you would, carbon fiber on the inlay. There's all your measurements right there for my knife nerds out there, right? And Ketuo, of course, is the manufacturer. It is a button lock with a ceramic ball bearing pivot. So that being said, we got an additional sticker here. Bada bing, bada boom. And yeah, this guy is, oh man, already the smaller version of the actual Griffin. I got a chance to check out the Griffin V2 here in the channel not that long ago. It was a top liner lock or a button operated liner lock. So we're about to find out if this one is a plunge lock. Is it a liner lock? We'll find out in a second. But the B blasted finish is looking really good. The carbon fiber inlay is that shorted carbon fiber, looking pretty nice. I mean, Ketuo, I've said this every single time. Ketuo and Reich Knives are like sister brands. They do a really good job OEMing some of the most epic, well put together, really stunning looking sharp apparatuses that you can buy, that your money can buy for sure. So we have multiple deployment options with this one. This back flipper, this front flipper, opening hole, even like the extra milling for the additional kind of futuristic looking lines. Love the Ketuo logo here. Why they had to put it in the pocket clip as well, I would never know. A little bit over branding there, if anything. The lanyard right here, that is a very pronounced lanyard slash backspacer. Don't know why it needed to be that big, but hey, you know, I didn't design the knife. I'm just kind of like a knife reviewer, design critiquer, if you would. I don't know. So let's just go ahead and get this thing deployed here. Those are just some first observations, but I'm sure, oh yeah, this thing is money.
Money!
Good deployment there. Now this blade, obviously it's going to be a shorter, smaller version of the Griffin V2. We have, I want to say like a harpoon blade, drop point, clip point, harpoon blade. We have a flat grind. We even have a little bit of belly there, which is nice. According to the certificate of authenticity, we said it was M390. So there's that as well. Future me put the HRC. So I'm not sure they put the HRC on here. I don't see it. So if I can find it on the website, I'll put it on the screen. Very interesting pivot situation. Well, I'm pretty sure you can use just like a flathead screwdriver. So that's why they do it that way. You can just use a regular flathead screwdriver for these, even though that one looks pretty interesting on this side. I'm not sure if it's a captive pivot or not. It's not my knife, so I won't be taking it apart. Oh, by the way, there it is. It says M390 right there, Miguel. Duh. Pay attention. There you go. And yeah, great news, guys. Check this out. So if I'm looking at this thing correctly, the way I think I should be looking at it, that's right. This thing is a button-operated liner lock, right? There's the button. There's the liner. That is cool, right? That is the best version of a button lock you can get. Now, we have seen plunge lock button locks since forever. And this right here, it's kind of like a compression lock from Spyderco, but very much easier to use, manipulate, operate on a day-to-day. Very easy to engage and disengage. I've said this in a couple of different videos, guys. Ketuo / Reich and companies like Vosteed, right? They are the two right now that are doing the hardest. I know Kaiser has done it in like 2 other models, the button-operated liner lock. But yeah, man, this is where it's at. We need to see more knives like this. The plunge lock, button lock is a little bit overdone, but that's a different topic, and I did make a whole separate video for that here on the channel if you guys want to check that out. So, overdoing it a bit there. Oh, this thing is smooth on the close too, right? We said those were ceramic ball bearings. Oh yeah, action is nice. Back flipper deployment is good. You're gonna keep swinging it so hard. Front flipper. Oh, come on now. This is fidget friendly galore right here. Spidey flick, of course, you know that's gonna work. Thumb deployment. Well, you got at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, if you deploy off of the button itself, it's at least 5 different deployment methods. So yeah, the fidget factor is to the roof, no doubt about it. Checking the ergos right here, you do have now. If you do the hammer grip, you know, pinky is a little bit closer to the end of the handle, but you can manage to get a full purchase if you have baby hands like me. Now, if you forward choke on this finger choil, which looks very interesting too, kind of looks like the fender flare on a Diablo a Countach or something, right, from Lamborghini. But you can forward choke on this thing. And yeah, that's where it's at. This feels the most comfortable. I got my thumb here on the poon, right, on the harpoon. And we're locked and loaded and ready to go, ready to get some work done. So that is nice. And it feels really good in the ergos department. Pocket clip, I feel a little bit, just a tad bit, but still a good 9 out of 10. The most weird thing, I guess, weird thing or interesting thing here is that the fact that the index finger ends up a little bit spread out compared to the middle finger. But other than that, again, not a deal breaker in any way. And that feels really good. We can definitely get some work done with this guy here for sure. Now, the other thing I wanted to say about, benefits of a button operated liner lock over a good old plunge lock is obviously strength, right? Something like this is going to be way stronger, right, than a plunge lock button lock. So in case that isn't already a well-known fact or known piece of information, just putting that out there into the world. We do have, again, that pocket clip is reversible. Believe it or not, they went the extra mile to put a insert with recess screws on the show side. So lefties out there, rejoice. After all, you can disengage with your index finger as compared to your thumb if you're a righty. So they thought of you, right? They kept you in mind. So very ambidextrous friendly, if you know what I mean. Well, yeah, that in mind, let's go ahead and do some size comparisons here. Next to the MSI, next to the Stitch, right? Gonna give you a good comparison for my big knife people out there. Boom, there you go. Those are some massive behemoths next to this guy. Now, again, this is the Mini Griffin, not the full-size Griffin, right? The good full-size Griffin will give those other guys a run for the money for sure. Keeping it in America, we got the PM2, we got the Para 3, right? Still a little bit smaller than the Para 3 even. Here's the Demco 8020.5. Here's the Kumbu Chat, right? So it's still a little bit shorter than both of those. By the way, these are all highly recommended and linked below if you guys want to learn more or check them out. Prices, availability, and variants. It does help out the channel. We're going to use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. That is the Civivi Vision FG. This is the Kaiser Militao. These are still a little bit bigger. These are in the budget category, so they're definitely more affordable. And last but not least, there's the Vosteed Porcupine. Very comparable, actually. I think the Porcupine's still a little bit bigger, not by much, if anything. And the CJRB Pyrite Light. All right, there you have it. Just trying to give you a ballpark. Again, this guy, one of many Vosteed models, also rocking a button-operated liner lock, which is sweet. I absolutely love it. As compared to a plunge lock button lock, right? This is an example of one. So there's no liner in here. It's just a cylinder under spring tension. So, companies have figured out how to make really strong plunge lock button locks these days. But, it's a known fact that a button operated liner lock is going to be just a little bit stronger than any plunge lock button lock. Like this guy right here, button operated liner lock, that's where it's at. So now that in mind, let's go ahead and do some scientific cutting here, shall we? Get the 5X zoom M390 steel. This one has already seen some use via the lefty knife pass around. Shout out to Kevin. Oh yeah, let's get a zoom out here so we can get some full slices details. Woo, yeah. This thing is doing all kinds of things. Look at it. It do all kinds of like wiggles and zigzags. And clearly it's going to cut through the paper there without any issues. But we knew it could do that. Now, here's a real challenge. I don't often have this kind of cardboard around. This is a dual wall piece of cardboard. So the knife is going to go through twice the material, twice the amount of material. So any knife would typically, have a bit of a challenge with that because you're cutting twice as much. I'm going to cut diagonally instead of perpendicular for better performance. And it's going to look something like this. Oh yeah, it is a little bit more challenging, so I'm going through it a little bit slower, but I'm still making quick work out of the cardboard, regardless of it being dual wall cardboard right there. So you guys be the judge there. Let me know your thoughts, right? How sharp is this guy on a scale from 1 through 10? 10 being the sharpest. Even after some use, because again, this one's coming to me via lefty and his knife pass around, so has already seen some use, but it's still maintaining a heck of an edge. If you ask me, you all let me know. Well, there you guys have it. That is a quick unboxing overview, raw first impressions on the Mini Griffin from Ketuo. Also, check out the regular Griffin V2 here in the channel. I have it linked below if you guys want to see what the regular size of this knife looks like. Let me know your thoughts on it. What do you like about it? What do you love about it, guys? Is there anything you dislike about it? Let me know. Let's definitely hang out in the comment section down below. And again, this knife and every other knife you see in this video will be linked in the description and pinned comments. It does help out the channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, either this one or this one. Peace.